Hello students, today we will talk about fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Each physical quantity is divided into fundamental or base quantities and derived quantities. Base quantity is the base, or you can say the floor on which all the other quantities stand. The base quantities: for length it is meter, for time it is second, for mass it is kilogram, for current it is ampere, for temperature it is Kelvin, for substance it is mole. Okay, there are 7 types of it, and on this the derived quantities stand. Means by multiplying or dividing any two base or fundamental quantities, we get a derived quantity like area, volume, velocity, acceleration, force, pressure, and all those kind of other different quantities. Different molecules or quantity have different kind of behavior in the universe. For example, liquid like milk present in the freezer is measured with the help of milliliter or liter. So each element has a different physical quantity and it is measured differently. For example, if we do an experiment in a chemistry lab and we need to find out number of molecules which came out due to that experiment, then we need to have a different physical quantity which should be related to number of molecules. So for that we have moles. So if you see, there are different kinds of quantities or physical quantities for each and every purpose. So what happened? Scientists met at Paris for 11th conference, and they made a new system such that they have a similar kind of property, and that system was known as Systems International Units, or we call it as SI unit or SI system. Now moving on to physical quantities, we will see first the base quantities or base units. Base units are units which are used for base quantities: meter, second, kilogram, ampere, Kelvin, mole, and candela are some of the physical units which are related to base or fundamental units. Okay, so if you see, for length it is meter, for time it is second, for mass it is kilogram, for current it is ampere, for temperature it is Kelvin, for molecules it is mole, and for intensity it is candela. On this base units or fundamental units, we have derived units. Derived units will usually come by multiplying two fundamental units, multiplying or as well as dividing. For example, area we multiply meter into meter, for volume we multiply meter into meter into meter, for velocity we do meter per second, for acceleration we do meter per second square, for force it is meter kilogram per second square, for pressure it is kilogram per meter per second square, for momentum it is kilogram meter per second, for charge it is ampere second, for induction it is kilogram per second square per ampere. This is how the derived units are connected to fundamental units.